Records may not be impressive yet, but the Cincinnati Bengals finally come into a game off a win, as do their opponents, the Baltimore Ravens. Their W felt like a statement, though.
Lamar Jackson's going to take it to the end zone. Baltimore touchdown.
Lamar Jackson may be the face of the Ravens, but the King has been at the center of their offensive success 2 weeks in a row. 87-yard TD run last week, finished with 199 yards, 8.3 a carry. He's gone for 150-plus rush yards back-to-back games.
That is the longest run in the history of the Baltimore Ravens.
Henry went from 46 yards week 1, then 80-plus, then 150-plus, then 199. Cincinnati defense he faces allowed Chuba Hubbard to go for 104 yards on a 5.8 clip last week, faced Miles Sanders 6 times, gave up 5.3 a run. No disrespect, but those dudes aren't Oregons or Kongs. They've given up 4.5 a run to running backs on the season.
It's Hubbard again. Hubbard to the goal line. Touchdown.
Or is it Aragon? I don't know. What makes Henry so dangerous? Having to also adjust for Lamar Jackson keeping it. Jackson scored on Buffalo 54 yards on the ground.
Everybody went down inside for Justice Hill, and here comes the cavalry to the outside.
Bengals' recent outing didn't involve a running QB. They gave up a couple touchdowns to Andy Dalton through the air, but held him to a low 80s rate to 5.5 yards per attempt and picked him off.
They bring pressure, and Dalton had the ball hit as he threw, and it's intercepted.
Now they turn their sights on Lamar. Fewer than 20 pass attempts each of the last 2 weeks. Not many balls hitting the ground, though. 13-18 versus the Bills, 8.7 per attempt, a rating over 135, 2 touchdowns, no picks. He's been as accurate as it gets lately.
And Jackson will roll. He'll throw it to Henry. Touchdown number 2.
Only one guy with more than 26 yards receiving for Baltimore last week, running back Justice Hill, 78 yards and a score. Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman, Isaiah Likely, quiet numbers-wise, but each with key catches.
The Bills bring 4. Jackson scans, flips, complete to Rashad Bateman to the 35-yard line.
That's the formula, basically, for them. Cincinnati secondary they wrestle with, didn't handle wideouts great. Cam Taylor-Britt gave up 84 yards and a TD. He's normally locked down. Bengals gave up 2 touchdowns to Carolina's wide receivers. And how about some pressure on the quarterback? They have Trey Hendrickson and Sam Hubbard, but 0 sacks on Dalton's 40 pass attempts, low 20s pressure rate, and he wasn't quick drawing things.
Rolling, throwing, on the run, touchdown! Xavier Legette!
Jackson, hard to sack if they don't throw much, which has been the case back-to-back games. He's only been dropped once as a passer.
Lamar Jackson lofting it for his tight end. Isaiah Likely.
His counterpart just ended a game so fresh and so clean. Joe Burrow, 0 sacks taken versus Carolina, only hit 2 times, 31 pass attempts, helped him throw 2 touchdowns without any interceptions, put up a 100.5 rating.
Burrow looking, swing, Moss slips, dives, touchdown!
Now he goes against a Ravens secondary that made mincemeat out of MVP candidate Josh Allen, held him to 180 yards, low 6 yards per attempt, 73.9 rate.
Watch this. Right through his hands and Washington. Just tip it this way.
Their pass rush has teeth. Bengals offense has every type of QB hunter to fend off. Defensive tackle Justin Nnamdi, no bags last week. Defensive end Odafe Owe with 1 has 3.5 now. Defensive end Kyle Van Noy with 2 more, bringing his total to 6.
Pitches to Allen. He's got traffic, and the ball's knocked out. It's a fumble.
Ravens DBs this week get the Jamar T show. Higgins had 10 targets versus Carolina, 4 more than Chase, clocked out with 60 yards.
Boy, when you're so focused on Jamar Chase and you've got somebody like T. Higgins out there.
Chase scored on a 63-yard TD that looked like Tecmo Bowl Bo Jackson entered his body for the play. Someone just kept hitting the A button over and over, and Panthers defenders just popped off of him left and right.
There's Jamar Chase with the catch, breaking tackles, Chase down the sidelines. Panthers chasing Chase, they won't catch him.
Peter Griffin's going to play with Chase from now on, by the way, despite Quagmire's objections. Ravens DBs aren't likely to get bounced as easily, but Baltimore has to worry about more than one Chase. Running back Chase Brown scored 2 times versus Carolina, 80 yards, 5.3 a run.
And the handoff to the goal line, and in Chase Brown with the touchdown.
Brown, one of two backs, Cincinnati will roll at Baltimore. Zach Moss looms as well, 51 yards a week ago, only 3.4 a carry. This is round one between these two. Cincinnati falling to 1-4 would really hurt their chances to make the playoffs, so they are a little more desperate. Ravens are playing like royalty, though. Take the preview home by writing up your thoughts on the game, tag it with a prediction. Time for 10 of those from the panel.